Wisconsin parade ran.
One.
Mission: a small spacecraft had.
There.
Oh, okay.
Buckle up and be patient.
Things start popping up that delay you, just heavy congestion, and people get in a hurry and they just kind of forget those important things about driving.
ODOT says drivers should also watch out for roadside crews and make sure to move over. Olivia Eugenio in Columbus.
And I'm Dave James on the Ohio News Network.
Live and local conversation for the Ohio Valley continues shortly, here on the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Menard's Enchanted Forest has been a Christmas tradition for over 60 years. We invite the whole family to come take a stroll and find everything you need to deck the halls. Find that perfect tree to display your ornaments, ribbons, garland, and tree toppers. Create a warm and cozy space with decorative accents and hanging decor. Find it all at Menard's Enchanted Forest.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the Watchdog trusts.
With all the madness in Washington, Senator Manchin never stops fighting for West Virginia. He's protecting workers and our families. Senator Manchin, thank you for fighting against higher taxes and inflation. Gas and groceries are expensive enough. Call Senator Joe Manchin and thank him for fighting for us and opposing bills that will raise prices for West Virginia families. And ask him to never stop fighting for West Virginia. Paid for by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and supported by the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce.
Babies come with lots of decisions.
Cloth or disposable? Crib or bassinet?
So when it comes to protection, go with the safest, most effective choice, vaccination. Get all the recommended vaccines for your baby by age 2 to protect your child against 14 serious childhood diseases. For more reasons to vaccinate, talk to your child's doctor. Go to cdc.gov/vaccines or call 800-CDC-INFO. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
I'm Josh from Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. I hope you are staying healthy. We continue to respond to structural, fire, and water emergencies. We are combating COVID-19 with our highly trained staff and latest disinfection systems, providing preventative and reactive disinfection to facilities around the region, while working with area hospitals on isolation areas and air filtering. At Panhandle, we continue to follow social distancing and hygiene protocols. We are dedicated to our community, and together, we will get through this.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hello, everyone, from the Watchdog. I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Wednesday. Mix of clouds and sunshine, a daytime high near 50 degrees. The overnight low of 39 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Few scattered showers around for your Turkey Day, with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s for daytime highs. Have yourself a great day, everyone, and a good travel day. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
Good morning, old friends.
Hey, what are you doing here? About to go on the air.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is?
Wake up, fairy princesses, wake up.
Guess what day it is?
Get up before I get you up.
Guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Hump day.
Woo-hoo!
This is Wednesday. She calls it over the hump day.
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Hump day. Wednesday.
We ain't one at a time in here. They broadcast me out on the radio. We're mass communicating.
Let Wednesday begin.
Hit it!
On air, online, on demand, and on video. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Well, we are starting off very cold once again. Going to warm up relatively nicely for this time of year, though. 27 right now at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. 23 degrees here at my home studios in the Elm Grove section of Wheeling. 25 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios, downtown Wheeling, in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Feels like temperature is only 19 at the airport, about 15 down here in the valley. We're going to, when the sun begins to rise, it will be a sunny morning, although clouds will build throughout the day. And temperature maybe pushing 50. We'll call it a high of 48 today. For your Thanksgiving Day, cloudy, some rain showers starting in the afternoon. Tomorrow's temps right around where they are today. 7-11 here on the Watchdog Morning Show as we get underway for our final day together before Thanksgiving. Time for the first sip of coffee here. It's good. I asked for extra caffeine this morning. Second day in a row, Biff. Because 2 nights ago I didn't have enough sleep. So the last 2 days I've been taking a long nap in the daytime, which means I'm not able to get to sleep at night, which means, God, I've only had like 3 hours of sleep again. I suppose I'll catch up on it during the Thanksgiving holiday. You all set? You don't have a whole lot of prep to do for Thanksgiving, right, Biff? I mean, you're ready to roll, right?
Yeah, it's just figuring out where I'm going and what time, and that's it.
And how much can you eat?
It'll be a lot, I know that.
How much will fit into my belly? Yeah. Do you unbuckle your pants and put your hand down your pants thing after dinner and go, like that? Do you do that?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No. No, I mean,
I got to admit, I sometimes do. I think I just may wear stretchy pants today. I've reached that age of my life where sometimes I just wear stretchy pants all day long, you know? Comfy pants. I think I may just wear comfy pants to Thanksgiving and let it go. My wife says, oh, you can't do that we're going to have company over. It's not company, it's our family. What do I care if they see me in my comfy pants? I want to be comfy because I'm going to eat extra turkey. Well, maybe. I want to talk about today, Biff, mistakes and corrections, all right? Because we had a couple of doozies yesterday here in the Monroe household. Now, I told you yesterday on the air that we were getting a new countertop, a new quartz countertop. They had to fabricate the countertop, and they had to bring it in. They were going to install it yesterday. It took forever. It literally was well over a year from the time first of all, they couldn't get the material that we wanted, and then we couldn't get it scheduled for installation. So it was, thank heavens they're here. They scheduled it for 2 days before Thanksgiving, but my wife said, well, maybe we better ask them to come back some other time. I said, Lord, it took us a year to get them here. I don't want to wait any longer. So very, 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 very nice installers. They came out yesterday, and they began to bring the quartz countertop in, and they brought it in 2 pieces. I said, thought this was supposed to be one seamless piece. That's why you were configuring it. It was going to be one big seamless piece of quartz. Well, sir, have you checked your contract? Thought I had. Well, you will notice in there, sir, it says that we may choose to add seams at our convenience. Oh. Well, for what I'm paying, that seems a little strange. Let me check the contract. Did check the contract. Look at that. Yep. They can cut it up any way they want to. So, okay, not a big deal. They'll smooth the seams out. We'll live with it. All right? So instead of one big piece, it's 2 pieces. That's all right. No problem. Now, you have to keep in mind, I told you yesterday, Biff, we had to completely rip our kitchen apart in preparation for this. We had to take the old countertop off, disconnect all the plumbing. We had to move the stove. We had to our kitchen table is currently in our living room. We had to clear a pathway for them to bring the material in. So our kitchen is no more. The kitchen gone. There's no kitchen. We had to literally rip it up. And my 2 of my sons, and trying to get because we're using the same sink, so in order to get the sink out of the old countertop, they had to actually literally get a saw and cut it, which means that the old countertop is now in pieces. All right. So my wife and I are just sitting in the living room, kind of, twiddling our thumbs and waiting for the work to be done. About 10 minutes after the work starts, the guy comes in and goes, "Oh," he says, "this is the hardest part of my job." I said, "Yeah, why is that?" "Well, we made a mistake." "Okay. Can you tell me what kind of mistake?" So you remember the guy came out and he measured your kitchen and he measured your sink and he measured everything so we could do it just right. He goes, I said, "Yep, I remember him. He was a very nice guy, just like you're I remember him very well." "Well, when he measured your sink, he measured it sideways."
Oh, boy.
"Yeah, so it's not going to fit in. I mean, the countertop's been cut the way he told us to cut it. The problem is the sink will not fit in there because he made it to sit sideways." Now, very nice people, Biff, really nice. He goes, "Listen," he says, "Sir, this was 100% our fault. We apologize. We will make it right. We will configure we'll fabricate a whole new countertop for you, brand new. No, don't worry about it. This will so it's our fault. We're taking care of it completely." "Okay. Do you have any idea when that'll be?" "Well, sir, we're pretty busy." "Yeah, but we don't have a sink." You see, we don't even have a kitchen really right now because we took everything out because you were coming. "I'll see what I can do. We all meet tomorrow. The scheduler will be here and will be in our office, and we'll try to get this all figured out. Maybe we can push you up on the front of the line for the next one." "Yes, I think that would be a wise idea because you messed this up and I don't have a sink. And it's 2 days before Thanksgiving." At which point, and here's where things begin to go bad, Biff. Or good, depending on how you look at it. My oldest son came in. Now, he is not the least bit shy about telling people that they've done things wrong. When folks were putting aluminum siding on his house, he looked at it and he said, "Nope, it's crooked. Take all the siding off and put it on again." And they did, because can be a little aggressive when he wants to be. And he began swearing. He said, "Dad, this is unacceptable. You don't even have a sink. It's 2 days before this will not, they can't." And I'm going, "Well, let's wait and see. It's a holiday. I don't want to bother people." "We're not going to accept that. Give me the phone." He starts calling people. I'm going, "Oh my God, they're going to send an execution crew out to our house." But he was firm, but very nice, actually, very nice. And he talked with the folks from whom we bought the countertop. They contract with the installers, and the lady said, "Let me get back to you." She said, "We've never had a problem with this installer before. Let me get back to you. Let me see." And my son goes, "I hope you understand. My mother and dad are having a Thanksgiving dinner here, and they don't have a sink." Oh my God. So, but a few minutes later, the lady calls, talks to us, and says, "Listen, we talked to the installer. They're going to turn around and come back to your house. They hadn't gotten to their office. They're going to turn around and come back to your house, and they're going to install the countertop that they brought with the sink sideways, but at least they're going to install the countertop. You'll have a sink. It'll be ready for Thanksgiving, and they'll still build you a new one. A new one will come properly at some point, and we'll do so." Now, okay, all right, that's good, because I told him, I said, "These people have to have Thanksgiving dinner." I'm going, "You didn't tell them that. My son told you that. They can't have Thanksgiving." So, bottom line is, they came back, very polite, apologized again, said, "Sir, we should have probably given you this option to begin with. Didn't even think about it." So they installed the countertop with the sink in sideways. It's the weirdest looking sink you've ever seen, because it's, the faucet is off to the side, not in the back of where the sink would be. But we have a sink. And so we have the sink, and we have the brand new countertop, which will stay here until a whole new one is built. So all in all, it was a terrible mistake. But the point I want to make is, this is how you make something right. I was frustrated. My son was ready to, he keeps guns in the house. I mean, he was ready he was ready to shoot somebody. He was so angry. I mean, literally his face was turning red. I'm going, Jesus, your blood pressure, you got some medical problems yourself. No, I think this is unacceptable. Then he gets mad at me. How can you be so, you just let them run all over you. You can't let people run over you. Anyway, the point I want to make to this is, Biff, mistakes happen everywhere, every time, every place. Small mistakes happen, big mistakes happen. In the world of doing business, the critical thing is not if you make a mistake, because you know you will. What's the critical thing, Biff?
Admitting that you made it.
How do you make it right? How do you make it right? And I have to say, both the installer and the company that sold it, and I'll tell you, it was Lowe's who sold it to us. The company and the installer were both, they did what they could to make it right. From the first word out of his mouth, the installer said, "Sir, this is our fault. This will be taken care of by us. You won't pay anything. We're going to remanufacture a brand new one for you. We made a mistake. We take care of it." Okay. And the lady from Lowe's, after a lecture from my son, says, "Okay, I understand. I get it. Yeah, you're not going to have it's Thanksgiving, and you got people coming over, and you don't have a sink and a countertop for Thanksgiving dinner." And so they fixed it the best way they could. The best thing, it's not perfect. The sink, it's a strangest looking sink. You'll see the sink is in sideways, but it's there. It's fixed. And the lesson of this is, everybody makes a mistake. The question is, how do you fix it? Sometimes at a restaurant, Biff, you're going to get a piece of meat that doesn't taste right. It's too rare or too well done, depending on your taste. And you can pound the table and scream and say, "This is not well." But if the restaurant says, "Sir, we'll take care of that for you. We will make you a new steak," that's all you can ask for. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. It's purely how you fix them that makes a difference. And I'm going to tell you, I feel 10,000 times nicer towards Lowe's now than I have in a long time, because the lady took 2 days before the holiday, and she's probably looking at her watch, Biff, thinking, "I just want to get out of here." I just want to get out of here for the holiday. But she took time to make it right. And again, the company made it right. So mistakes happen, big and small, but when they do, the key thing is, how do you fix them? Now, Biff, that is only one of the problems that hit the Monroe household yesterday. Once that was fixed, a potentially even bigger problem for Thanksgiving arose. I will share that with you coming up in a minute or two here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Yet another mistake and correction that I want to let you know about. Otherwise, what are we talking about today? President Biden releases some of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, but a lot of folks think that is just not going to make much difference in gas prices. We'll hear from the AAA about the holiday gas price outlook in our region. Lots of Thanksgiving conversations today, including eating out on Thanksgiving, the Butterball Hotline. I got some feel-good stories about people helping strangers during the holidays. We'll have our final turkey shoot to give you a chance to win our Thanksgiving turkey. Now, it is our last day together before the long weekend, so today we're going to have the Friday Funnies on Wednesday with some Thanksgiving humor for you today. And we'll also have the Friday morning sports preview on Wednesday, looking at high school playoffs and also the big game for OSU. So that's some of what I've got. If you got something on your mind, let me know what it is. The text line is open, 304-214-1600, 304-214-1600. But the mistakes and corrections in the Monroe household are not over and done yet. And the next one could have even been worse for Turkey Day. I'll tell you about it coming up on the Watchdog Morning Show.
Coming up on Metro News Hotline.
Senator Manchin, thank you for fighting against higher taxes and inflation. Gas and groceries are expensive enough. Call Senator Joe Manchin and thank him for fighting for us and opposing bills that will raise prices for West Virginia families. And ask him to never stop fighting for West Virginia. Paid for by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and supported by the West Virginia Chamber of Commerce.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. To find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
With the new law, more people qualify for financial assistance at healthcare.gov. Real customers like Taylor.
You know, I wish people knew how easy it was to get health coverage. This new law has made it so affordable. I'm only paying $52 a month, but there are quality plans for even less.
New law, lower prices, more people qualify. Enroll by December 15th at healthcare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steamfitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
Toyota Thon is on, and Toyota's full lineup of four-wheel and all-wheel drive vehicles combine our legendary reliability with the safety and handling necessary to take on any terrain, element, or adventure that comes your way. And with 12 available models, including Camry, Venza, and the all-new Corolla Cross, there's a style for everyone. Visit buyatoyota.com for the latest offers and to find a dealer near you. Toyota, your four-wheel and all-wheel drive specialists. Let's go places.
The Highlands Event Center is the area's premier destination for conferences, workshops, employment fairs, weddings, and more. With 4,000 square feet of space, the Highland Event Center can accommodate events large and small. Situated in the heart of the Highlands, guests can enjoy the many restaurants, retail stores, entertainment, and lodging options. To check out everything the Highlands Event Center has to offer, head to thehighlandseventcenter.com or call 833-639-7070.
You want sports talk? We got the goods all night long. Tune into Sports Map Radio. Evenings and overnights on FM 98.1, AM 1600. We are the Watchdog.
He rambles, he rants, and sometimes he sings. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
27 degrees at the airport. It's 23 degrees here at Home Studios, 25 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios. Downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley, we're in the teens in terms of the feels like temperatures for the day. Going to go up to 48 during the day today. So I've been sharing with you some stories about mistakes and corrections that we had in the Monroe household yesterday. And I'm not always big on getting long, lengthy stories. Well, I guess sometimes I am giving you long, lengthy stories about my life, but the point, these stories have a point, which is that people will learn to, if people make mistakes right, you feel better about them, maybe even better than if the mistakes hadn't been made. So I told you previously, after having ripped out our kitchen, having disconnected our stove, having nowhere to do any Thanksgiving prep, no sink at all, to put a new countertop in yesterday, the installers discovered that they had designed the countertop for the sink to go in sideways. So that ain't going to work. So we're in trouble until my son threw a hissy fit and got in touch with them, and they said, well, all right, we'll come back. We'll put the sink in sideways, and then we'll get you a new one. So, again, they made it right. Makes me feel very good about both folks. Again, thanks to my son, because I was ready to just go, we'll deal with it as time goes by. And my son, Dad, I'm getting on the phone right now. We're going to take care of this. I'll tell you right, it's not right. You don't have any Thanksgiving things now. We're going to take care of it. One of the texters here off the Watchdog Radio Network text line says, your son must have said, I'm mad as swell and I won't take it anymore. I think so. I think so. Another guy says off the text line, another person says off the text line, 304-214-1600, Howard, maybe the sideways sink will be a new trend in home decor. Yeah, it could be. But that was not the only problem we had yesterday, Biff, and the second one could have been even worse for Thanksgiving. How could it be worse, you say? You didn't have a sink, you wouldn't have a place to put. Well, we could have existed. We would have, set up card tables and used the bathrooms, whatever. We could have taken care of things. You know what the one thing you can't have a Thanksgiving meal without, Biff?
I would say appliances.
Food. You can't have the meal without food. So after the debacle of the sink, little Teddy was not with us because I didn't want him around while they were doing the installation work, so he was down at his mom's house. And so he called and he says, Granddad, I cleaned my room so you can come down and play with me down here. So I go down. We're sitting around, and I don't know why. For some reason, I thought, because we're ordering the Bob Evans meal. It's going to be a huge one. Order 2 of the huge ones here. Instead of cooking ourselves, we'll order the meal out, right? So I don't know what prompted me to think about it, but I thought, well, geez, we're supposed to pick it up on Wednesday today. Let me just find my order confirmation in my email so we're ready for them tomorrow. Let me just find my order confirmation in my email. Let me just find my order confirmation in my... I don't have an order confirmation. I wonder if I forgot to place the order. My wife calls Bob Evans, explains the story. Guy goes, no problem, let me look and see. She says, yes, we're supposed to pick it up at 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Let me check and see what's your name. Okay. Yes, yeah. Yeah, no, you don't have anything ordered. We have people coming, whole family, and we have no food. Is that what you're telling us? Yep, you're not here. So my wife says, oh, geez, okay, well then, we need to place an order right now. Nope, sorry, ma'am. Ordering is closed. We have no Thanksgiving meal? No, ma'am. And you won't take an order to give us a Thanksgiving meal, right? No, ma'am, I'm sorry. Okay. So now we've got a sink and we've got a countertop, but we have nothing to put on it because we have no food coming. We rummage. I'm going through my mail again. I'm looking in my text message. Did I get some kind of confirmation? How can I prove we got it? We finally found that it had been paid for. My wife found the notice page of Bob Evans, the amount of money that it needs to pay for this stuff. So again, she calls them back, says, I know you said we're not on your list, but we paid for it. We paid for the credit card, so it's been paid for. The guy goes, well, let me check the credit card. I'll get back to you. And he comes back and he says, yes, you are correct. We have the credit card. We don't have an order for you, but we do have the fact that you paid for it, so we will have your food ready. Because, Biff, I had visions of eating Chinese on Thanksgiving. That was the only thing I could think of. I got people, everybody coming. We're thinking of turkey and dressing and stuffing and cranberry sauce and pumpkin pie and the whole thing. We got it all planned out, and ham, and it's good. We got all this. And I think I'm going to have to say, everybody, we're going to the chopsticks instead. That was where I thought we were headed. But again, the mistake was made. I'm not sure. It can't have been my mistake because I paid for it, so it had to have been a mistake at the restaurant. But they made it right. They said, oh, okay, all right, you're not in the system, but we see that you said we'll take care of it. So once again, mistakes made, corrections made, life is good. Because I was so afraid I was going to have to go out to eat someplace out on Thanksgiving, take everybody out to a restaurant. It's expensive enough to order in, Biff, let alone take everybody out for individual meals at a restaurant. Although, 1 in 8 people say they're going to go out to eat in a restaurant for Thanksgiving, which is higher than I would have thought. I mean, I know that some people are alone and therefore would do it, or just a husband and wife, elderly couple or something without a family around. But I'm surprised that 1 in 8 people say they'll go to a restaurant for Thanksgiving, which is kind of interesting, 12% to be precise. So there you go. That's sort of interesting. And I was so afraid we were going to be one of them. So that's it. Those are the Monroe stories of yesterday, the sideways sink and the missing turkey. But all seems to be well at 7:36 in the morning. There is still time before Turkey Day for something else to go awry. I only hope it doesn't. All right, we'll check the weather for Thanksgiving Day, talk about the Macy's parade, and give you a chance to win your turkey. I would have had to try and go in and sneak one from the radio station. I guess I could have done that. Never thought about that if we didn't. We still have a turkey to give away, right, Biff?
Yeah, we have one more left.
All right, so I could have, if we didn't get things fixed up with Bob Evans, I could have tried to sneak in and take one of our turkeys. Wouldn't have necessarily been kosher, but it might have been better than Chinese food. Anyway, give you a chance to win your Thanksgiving turkey. Got that coming up here on the Watchdog Morning Show, but let's check some news, not Monroe story news. Let's check some real news from our friends at the Big 7.
The WTRF Channel 7 News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Now it's time for your local news headlines from 7 News at WTRF, My Ohio Valley, and ABC Ohio Valley. Only on AM 1600 WKKX. The Watchdog.
Good. Bars after Moundsville police say they found over 500 bags of heroin during a routine traffic stop. Police pulled a car over, found 526 bags of heroin, knives, and a syringe. In the car was New Martinsville residents Paul Derby and Andrew Goding, and Pittsburgh resident Tyshawn Edmonds. Right now, the 3 suspects are sitting in Northern Regional Jail. You can look at their long list of charges over on WTRF.com. A former elementary school teacher accused of abuse is now free on bond. Nancy Boggs is accused of multiple counts of abuse against special needs students at Holtz Elementary. Boggs will be restricted to home confinement until her trial date on April 4th. She faces 23 counts of battery and 1 count of verbal abuse of a non-communicative child. According to the Kanawha County Circuit Court, Boggs is to have no contact with the alleged victims or anyone under the age of 18. The pain at the gas pump is being felt all across the country. AAA says the national average for gas prices is up more than 60% from last year. However, President Biden has announced plans to cut those costs. 50 million barrels of oil will be released from the nation's strategic reserves. It's a move that's been done just 3 times before, only in response to war or a natural disaster. That was a look at your headlines. Have a great day, everyone.
The Red Hot Penguins are back in action tonight when they host the Vancouver Canucks. Penguins have won 3 in a row. Vancouver, they're struggling. They have lost 6 of their last 7. They have managed to record just 13 goals in their last 7 games. College football playoff rankings, your top 4, Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Alabama at number 3, and the Cincinnati Bearcats at number 4. Do you think James Franklin, the Penn State Nittany Lion head coach, is smiling all the way to the bank this morning? Coach signed a 10-year, $75 million guaranteed extension to remain with the Nittany Lions through 2031. Well, at his weekly press conference, head coach Mike Tomlin talked about a significant week of work for the team as they face the Bengals in Cincinnati on Sunday.
This is a big week for us, and I think that's one of the approaches that we're going to take this week. We're not going to play it cool and pretend like it's not, or downplay it, man. This is significant AFC North football for us.
And, oh, by the way, the coach reminded the media about who calls most of the plays during a football game.
Whatever unit's on the field, I'm highly involved in and responsible for.
Do you suggest plays?
Certainly. I do more than suggest.
I'm Bill DeFabio on sports, and we are the Watchdog.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
Menards Enchanted Forest has been a Christmas tradition for over 60 years. We invite the whole family to come take a stroll and find everything you need to deck the halls. Find that perfect tree to display your ornaments, ribbons, garland, and tree toppers. Create a warm and cozy space with decorative accents and hanging decor. Find it all at Menards Enchanted Forest.
Highland Sports Complex is the coolest destination for sports and entertainment the Ohio Valley has ever seen. Pop in for some open basketball in our field house or reserve some turf time for your next practice or game on our synthetic fields. Online registration is open for development classes and leagues for youth and adults. Highland Sports is also the hottest destination for birthday parties and other events. So come challenge yourself on our play climb and enjoy your favorite virtual reality game in the arcade. No memberships required, so visit highlandsports.com to find your next entertainment experience and get ready to reach new heights.
This guy knows so much about sports. They based the Sports Almanac from Back to the Future off of his dream journal. He's Bill DeFabio, weekdays noon to 2 on the Valley's only network dedicated to live and local talk radio, The Watchdog.
Miss a part of the show? Want to hear a segment again? Check out our podcast page at watchdognetwork.com. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
I've been talking about mistakes and corrections. A couple of big mistakes in the Monroe household yesterday. Brand new quartz countertop had been fabricated coming into our house. The installers came here. We had to literally tear our kitchen apart before they got here. That was a requirement. Take out the sink, take out the stove, take everything off, and the kitchen is denuded, and so we have no kitchen. And the guys are going to come in and put this new countertop in and drop our sink back in, and all will be well. Except it turns out they fabricated the countertop for a sideways sink, as in putting our sink in sideways, not front ways. So a little bit of a problem there, but everybody involved made it right. The other giant problem we had was we are having people in for dinner, but we're not cooking here. We were ordering out the big feast from Bob Evans. We've done that the last number of years, primarily because of the pandemic. This year because, I don't know, I guess we're lazy. Anyway, and I didn't call. I went to double check my order confirmation, couldn't find it, called Bob Evans. They said, no, you don't have anything ordered. Oh my God, I thought we were going to go out and have Chinese. And they made it good, and Bob Evans made it right. So again, mistakes and corrections. I do want to say, going to Chinese was not the first option, or some other open restaurant. My wife and daughter-in-law, they were like a SWAT team, Biff. As soon as it looked like we had no food coming, those two were sitting down. They were drawing up a list. Nancy says, I'll try and go find a turkey someplace. My daughter-in-law says, all right, I'll get some stuffing. I'll get some potatoes. We need to get the beef. I mean, they were working hard on how to put together a Thanksgiving meal in 24 hours. I didn't have the heart to tell them, there probably aren't any turkeys left. But they were preparing. Fortunately, Bob Evans said, okay, we see where we see where you paid for it, so you ought to get it. Yeah, that's a pretty smart move. So we got that taken care of. Off the text line real quick before I get to Aaron. Mr. Monroe, you could have ordered pizza. Okay. As long as you guys are together tomorrow, that's all that matters. Listen, that's sort of a good sentiment, you know, as long as the family's together, that's all that matters. But it's Thanksgiving. The turkey matters too. At least I think so. Of course, it doesn't matter all that much for Aaron Myler. He's got his own unusual traditions, which we're learning more and more are just his own. It's Aaron's way. That's what I just call it Aaron's way. That's what it is.
That's
Good morning, Aaron.
we're gonna have.
I like that. Aaron's way. Yeah.
Good reality show.
Yeah, that's. You know, we could follow you. That's not a bad idea. You talk to Brenda or to Roger or somebody. You know, Aaron's way. A day in the life of Aaron Myler. I think that could be interesting.
Well, I mean, I think it would be interesting or really boring. One of the two.
You know, you see, the thing about reality TV is if it was really reality TV, it would be boring because who wants to just see people living their life, right? But on reality TV, you know, they add that music. You know, it's like if you go to a restaurant and you're debating what to order, all right, that's kind of boring. But if you had the music, boom, 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 and a voiceover, now Aaron is considering two different options, and he's not sure what he wants. Boom, boom, boom. And they can make reality seem exciting. When we live it, it's just like, it's just reality. But when it's reality TV, you see, that's when you make it exciting. I like it. Aaron's way. I'm telling you, I should trademark that or something, you know, so. When you become famous and rich for doing Aaron's way, I get a cut of the profits. That's what I want to do.
Oh, perfect. We'll take you to the top with me.
Okay. All right. Cold morning this morning, but it is going to warm up reasonably nicely today, right?
Yeah, so it's cold out there right now. I think it's still a little bit warmer than yesterday, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just cold out there. The high temperature today, though, here from now on, we're going to start to get warmer decently than yesterday, getting up to 48 degrees for your high. And I'm sure you can look outside right now. It's nice out at the moment, but it's not going to be as sunny in the second half of the day. We'll have clouds building in here. So not going to be perfectly sunny all day long, but we'll still have a lot of sunshine even when we get into the later parts of today. Otherwise, thing is tomorrow, 47 degrees for Thanksgiving Day's high, so still warmer, but we're going to have a cold front sweeping through in the afternoon that's going to, number one, give us some rain starting probably around what would normally be lunchtime tomorrow, like around 12 or 1. And then after that, that's going to freeze into flurries for Friday morning, and high temperatures going from the upper 40s, down to the mid-30s. So Friday's going to be even colder than yesterday was. So just a lot colder.
Oh, yeah, it looks like that. But rain on Friday? No rain on Friday. Oh, wait a minute. I see some morning flurries there Friday morning. What?
Yeah, it's just some flurries. Nothing crazy. Just a few snowflakes.
Well, that'll make Black Friday shopping good, I guess.
I feel like it'll make it look like seasonable, but I feel like it's also going to be like just so cold and not fun.
Do people still get up? I mean, years ago, everybody got up and went out at 6 o'clock to get the early bird deals on Black Friday. I think the stores are open, like they open at midnight and stuff anymore. I don't think people do that early morning shopping, or do they? I don't know. Do they?
I actually don't know either.
Biff, do people still get up and do that like 6 o'clock in the morning shopping kind of stuff on Black Friday?
I mean, I would imagine some do at 6 o'clock. I'm sleeping. So, I mean, that's... But I would imagine, that some people still do that.
Yeah, I know.
It used to be...
Like funny 'cause... There you go.
No, go ahead.
It's funny because for a while it was like a good, get up early and go out, and then it turned into, you have to go out at, before you even eat Thanksgiving dinner because they open so early, and now it's going back the opposite way, where it's...
It is going back the opposite way. But you're right. I mean, it used to be the stores would open at 6, And that was a big deal. And they literally open at 6, and they'd have the specials that you can only get at 6 a.m. on Black Friday, and people would. I remember doing this. People would get up, and you'd maybe have you'd do the Black Friday shopping at 6, and by 7 o'clock, 7:30, you're done, and everybody would meet together and have coffee and breakfast, and it was a big tradition. But then the stores began opening earlier. 6 became 5, became 4. Then some of them began midnight. And then, as you point out, Aaron, a handful of years ago, they started staying open on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it's I worked 1 year in retail, in clothing retail. I've always worked in restaurants growing up. But I worked in 1 year at a clothing store. And I had to be there at 4 or 5 o'clock on Thanksgiving. And it was just why? Why is this a thing? Obviously, I quit right after that.
But this year, and I think you're right, several stores, most of the big box stores have announced they're not going to be, and they weren't the last couple of years, mainly because of the pandemic. But I think now we're just reverting back to the old ways. A lot of the big box stores are not going to be open on Thanksgiving. Your Walmart, your Best Buys, Target. And Target has said, we'll not be open on Thanksgiving this year, and we're never going to do this Thanksgiving thing again, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a good idea. I just like to stay home and eat. And sleep.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over. I think it also helps. I remember, at least locally where I grew up in Pittsburgh, the east side of the city, it got to the point where it was mall. It wasn't all the retailers were closing, but the malls themselves were closing on Thanksgiving Day so that nobody could be open. So I feel like that probably ushered in the era of, if all the malls are closed, nobody else is going to be open either because it's not worth the time.
Right. I do understand that there are some people who, I'm not talking about going to shop for Christmas, but people do need things on Thanksgiving, and some people don't really celebrate a lot of Thanksgiving. They're by themselves. Well, your example, you may have some free time, and so, they like to go to the store or something. So I get the idea of some stores being open, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm glad they decided to go back to the old way of just let the employees have the day off on Thanksgiving and whatever.
Exactly.
All right, Aaron. We won't talk to you again until Monday. So I want to wish you happy Thanksgiving. Whatever you do, enjoy yourself. Watch the parade. Whatever you're going to do. And,
I will.
Stay well. Yep. And we'll chat with you after. Are you going to do any Black Friday shopping? Are you a Black Friday shopper?
I just need some of my Christmas decorations. I just like to get a dozen poinsettias and put them all over my house. So I always have to buy them on Black Friday because they're way cheaper. That's all, though, really. Most of my Christmas shopping is actually done.
All right, good. Well, listen, have yourself a good holiday. We'll talk to you again on Monday.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
All right, thanks. Aaron Myler from the Big 7. I like that idea of Aaron's Way. That sounds like a good title for a TV show, don't you think, Biff? It's Aaron's Way.
Yeah.
Trying to decide. Yeah, it could be just a reality show about Aaron, or it could be like Aaron does things his own way. It's Aaron's Way. I don't know. Anyways, 27 at the airport, 23 here at home studios, 25 at the Robinson Auto Group Studios downtown Wheeling in the heart of the Ohio Valley. Temperature up at the airport feels like 19, feels like about 15 here in the valley. It's 6 before the hour. Do I need to do another break, Brother Biff?
We are good.
We are good. All right. Aaron says I think he's going to be watching the Macy's parade tomorrow. I might do that. Depends what time I get up. It's the 95th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They're back to their normal deal this year. Last couple of years, they had a very, very shortened parade route. No spectators, only television coverage, basically. But it will be back to its normal route, and spectators will be allowed this year. Kicks off at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. 15 of those giant balloons will be there. I look at these lists of things, the balloons and the floats, and I'm going, huh? Okay, I get Ronald McDonald. There will be a giant Ronald McDonald balloon. Pikachu, I know that. That's from Pokemon. We were just playing Pikachu yesterday. Grogu will have a giant balloon. Biff, do you know who Grogu is?
Sounds like something you would eat.
It does. I don't know. It's a Funko Pop inspired Grogu. I don't Ada Twist Scientist will have her own balloon. Okay. I don't know what these are. 6 new floats. Birds of a Feather Stream Together. It's by NBC. See, they have the feather, the peacock, So Birds of a Feather Stream Together. The Louisiana Office of Tourism putting in a float called Celebration Gator. Okay. What else? Oh, go ahead. I'm welcome to have the jokes on this one, please. You can text me at 304-214-1600 because Heinz is doing a float, Biffy, called Gravy Pirates. So, yeah, I know you all make fun of me liking gravy so much. Tiptoes North Pole, don't know what that is. Broadway performances from several Broadway musicals, including Moulin Rouge and Wicked will be part of it as well. And NBC's got a live broadcast of the old Annie, Little Orphan Annie show, the Broadway show called Annie, and they'll be doing music from that as well. So that's your Macy's parade for tomorrow. If you want to watch a parade to get things going, and then it's food time, and then it's football time, and in between there's probably a couple of nap times. At least that's the way I look at it. All right, it is 3 before the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. I was going to try and squeeze a giveaway in, but I think I'll do it right after the news break. So if you would like to win a turkey, just stand by. We will do that right after we check into the ABC newsroom. I'll give you a chance to win a turkey. Then we'll talk about gas prices and some other holiday stuff. We still want to get the Friday football preview in on Wednesday, and I'm going to try and squeeze in a little bit of the Friday funnies on Wednesday. So we got a lot of territory to cover and a short period of time to do it coming up in the next hour of the show. Something on your mind, 304-214-1600, 304-214-1600, the text line, or you're welcome to call at 304-232-8255, 304-232-TALK, and I'll be happy to put you on the phone lines and we can talk, whatever you want to do. We had, Lisa was one of our winners yesterday on the turkey giveaway, Biff, and I have a text message here for Lisa. This is for Lisa. Howard, let Lisa know she just won the turkey. Mrs. Wright says the 55-inch TV was better than the turkey. So, hey, all depends on what you like, I guess. So Mrs. Wright must have won the TV. All right, it's just about not 9 o'clock, just about 8 o'clock in the morning here on the Watchdog Morning Show. We'll check into the ABC newsroom. Then I'm going to give you a chance to win a turkey. Last one we're giving away for this holiday. So be prepared to call in when you hear the gobble gobble. You have it ready? Is the gobbler there ready, Biff? When you hear this sound, you can call in next hour. When you hear that sound after the news break, give me a call at 304-232-8255, and we'll see if we can get you to be a winner in our contest. Right now, we're going to go to ABC. They cover the world for us here on the Watchdog Morning Show for a Wednesday.
City streets don't have much pity, no.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The holiday traffic.
Biff, after we do a turkey giveaway, I'm going to do that gas montage that I sent you. Gas price montage.